Hello Taurus, thank you for joining me for your monthly horoscope for July for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be honoured if you did so now. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. You can also chat with me directly on Twitter at Horoscope Ace, or join Elisa and I for our daily astrology and tarot show, which is proving hugely popular, great fun. Please see the link beneath this video, and you can also snaffle your free daily horoscope every day by joining us. So here we are, we're entering into the second half of the year. But as we do so, Mars, the planet of passion, has moved into a particularly tender part of your situation, and he's going to be there for the rest of this year, in fact through to the 6th of January next year. But he's going to be forging a really positive angle with your ruling planet of Venus right throughout this month, and that gives you a really rich possibility to embrace past skills and experiences, or contact colleagues that you used to have an association with but may not have been in touch with more recently. By falling back on these past situations or knowledge, you can actually manifest some improvements to your cash flow this month. It's also possible that there may be someone romantically that's going to be pulling at your heartstrings this month, and it may be someone that you had quite a passionate involvement with before. But equally, as the month begins, Saturn, the planet of structure, and of course of limitations, does move back into Capricorn, your sister Earth sign. Now, he's going to be there through till the 16th of December. But he's going to continue to retrograde through to the 28th of September, but this time in the sign of Capricorn. Now for you, that's your sector of travel, it's the sector of higher knowledge, it's the sector linked to education. It can also be to do with contracts. And it's interesting because Saturn is going to have a big impact on your month, I feel. But also, what Saturn does in this situation is just perhaps prods you to re-engage with something that maybe you were looking at up until around about the 22nd of March, when Saturn moved into the sign of Aquarius and the COVID situation really took centre stage. So it's possible this is about expanding your horizons. It may be to do with writing something, publishing something. Maybe it is going to be to do with some physical travel. Maybe that's going to be linked to your job, which Saturn governs. And it's possible that this can be an opportunity for you before Saturn makes its way back into Aquarius on the 7th of December. But also on the 5th of this month, we do have an annular lunar eclipse in the sign of Capricorn, where Saturn has returned to. But this annular lunar eclipse is going to be forging a fabulous link to Uranus in your sign. And it's kind of saying to you that information is going to be flowing very vividly in the second half of this year. Don't be surprised if you are actually trying and being more experimental in your approach, not just to your core ideas, but also your value systems can also go through some kind of change. It's possible that someone has challenged you in some kind of way around your thinking, and this has given you quite a lot of food for thought. But I think that this annular lunar eclipse can be positive, but it may push you outside of your comfort zone. If you're ready for this, then all well and good. Now, of course, Mercury, the planet of communication, is in retrograde as this month begins and will be through to the 12th in your sector of everyday communications. So that can govern also technology, modes of transport. If you are wanting to send any important information, a letter or a document, it's going to be important that you do record it, make sure that all the details are absolutely as you wish. Because from the 5th through to the end of this month, Mercury and Mars are going to be in a very feisty right angle. And it's possible that some information can pour into the open from the 5th through to the end of the month that you may prefer to keep confidential. Perhaps someone's going to challenge you about a side of your nature that perhaps you'd rather keep hidden from sight. There could be some kind of issue linked to your past that does need revisiting here in the present. It may be a bit uncomfortable, but it doesn't mean to say that you can't learn from this and evolve. Actually, the Sun is forging a sensational angle in week 2 with Neptune, and someone very kindly, very compassionate that you link with can be a great support, or perhaps you're going to be someone who's being the ace in the pack for someone less fortunate than you. But Mercury goes forwards from the 12th, but it won't come out of shadow until the 26th. So generally, I would expect sluggish communication around people immediately around you, in your community, neighbours, or even a sibling. Now, this is also going to be a month when from the 11th through to the 18th, the Sun in Cancer is going to oppose first Jupiter and then Pluto. This could lead to a very strident conversation. When the Sun's in polarity to both Jupiter and Pluto, the important thing to remember is that our view or our desires are not the only ones in the mix. There are other people's too. And if you're too forceful about asserting your point of view or rights, it may create a really significant pushback. But the 20th also sees a new moon in Cancer. But this new moon is going to be directly in opposition with stern Saturn. So continue to use your words, your thinking, your value system as carefully and economically as possible. This is perhaps not the month to be too stubborn, too set. It's a month to be as flexible as possible and embrace the annular lunar eclipse and the gorgeous energies of Uranus. And also by tapping into those past skills and experiences, as I mentioned before. Now, the Sun's going to be moving on the 22nd into the sign of Leo, which is very much about your home. You may feel like doing some decoration or moving altogether or moving the furniture around to create a new kind of environment. But the Sun does square up with Uranus in your sign as the month comes to a close. So there could be some impulsive energy arcing around, and it could see you having some kind of tense moment with someone close to you. So the key to this month, Taurus, really, is the word polarity. There's a lot of it. A lot of opposite energies that are needing to compete. And then you've got Mars in your 12th solar house, can be stirring up any past hurts, angers, injustices, and you may want to ventilate them. The key in doing this is to do it as proportionately and in perspective. If you do that, this is a month that you can shift forward hugely and ventilate some really deep-rooted emotions in a way which can actually leave you free and able to embrace new opportunities going forwards. And some of these may be linked to education and new knowledge. If you'd like to embrace real astrology, go beyond your zodiac sign, please check out my personal horoscope reports beneath this video. I offer a special offer if you have a combination of year's forecast and character analysis, or you can choose to have a one-to-one personal consultation with me. Please see the testimonials below. But for now, stay safe, take care, and good luck.